Our next witness is going to be Beverly McCauley. Ms. McCauley is president of Hunt Country Masonry, located in Leesburg, Virginia. She started her business with her husband in 2006 as a side business to support a growing family. But due to the economy, it has now become her full-time profession. So welcome.
Thank you all for inviting us here today. It's important that you hear from all sides. So again, my name is Beverly McCauley, and I'm a co-chair also of the Legislative Committee of the Mason Contractors Association of America. I come before you with 22 years of experience in small business. As a small business, we already have enough uncertainty with taxes and laws. And the changes that are being proposed and enacted by the NLRB and the DOL, I feel compelled to share from a small business standpoint what caveats these cause. These changes are first being instituted at a point in history when unemployment is rampant. Case in point, in 1935, the Wagner Act was passed, and in 1937, the Supreme Court upheld the decision. The result, a depression within a depression, when efficiency and profitability are removed from the equation, and when everyone is rewarded equally, regardless of productivity and skill, then productivity and skill diminish, and the result is decreased profitability and increased unemployment. This act influenced the culture into the 50s until the right to work prohibiting forced union membership arose. With the right to work, a not-so-surprising result. Profitability increased, and so did jobs. For you see, when you make everyone stand on their own merit and make everyone responsible for their own destiny, an amazing thing happens. People begin to take ownership for their destiny. The hardest workers were paid based on their productivity, and the less productive workers earned less based on their performance. But they still had a job. So the end result, you pay less if someone works less, therefore reducing unemployment and increasing profitability and increasing the jobs available. Congress knew where this was headed and refused to pass the Employer Free Choice Act. Congress realized that sweeping changes had the potential to transform what could be a recovery into the next Great Depression and exponential unemployment. At this point, it's not a far stretch to picture us headed in that direction. The Employee Free Choice Act is being touted as the best scenario for all involved. It eliminates secret ballots. We get the same right when we vote for any of you located in this room, the right to vote in private. If we change the system to open voting with no secret ballots, the meek may be influenced out of fear. It seems imperative to me that we continue to have the right to vote in private. We fight for this right every day in the name of democracy, the right to vote in private, yet in our own country we're going to deny someone that same right? At the same time, the employer, prior to all this, does not have the right to express the downsides or even set the record straight without fear of retribution. I'm sorry, I don't feel like jobs should be sacrificed for political paybacks to ensure future political support. That brings me to the next point. Unions don't let you know that you have the right to say no to union dues associated with a political agenda. It seems like the reason behind the Employee Free Choice Act is to elicit a fear of the unknown in already uncertain times. The NLRB would have you believe they are the big brother looking out for the younger sibling, when in fact it's big government attempting to collect dues to pay off and support more like-minded people to fund the agenda, that employees need someone to take their money and redirect it in the right ways and call it union dues. That makes me really want to work harder, or does it make everyone want to work to the level of the employee that's skating by and earns the same amount of money? Excuse me. They want to exacerbate the problem by allowing micro-unions and gerrymandering with the same company. So one group in the company can be unionized into one group, another into another group, and so on. You could have one machinist working side by side, each in a separate union. Furthermore, the NLRB and Department of Labor have a proposal that will require all employers to release to unions any and all contact information they have on each employee, post on sites detailed notices outlining how to organize, giving context for the NLRB, but nowhere is it posted whom to call if you're harassed, lied to, or coerced. So we have an organization that wants the rights to all our information, but you have no recourse to stop them from calling and no way to vote privately, essentially making it impossible to stand up for most people. I'm not most people. My husband and I are raising 5 children. I'm co-chair of a legislative committee. I'm also president of a small business. I'm not afraid, but what does frighten me is that they have the right to destroy our great nation. This will cause double-digit unemployment. How does that all affect us? Less money for the federal government because no taxes are being paid, which exacerbates the deficit, which causes us to have further arguments over budget cuts. Less taxes paid, more programs are cut, more people lose their homes. As you can see, we're faced with a slippery slope that only gets slicker the more power they elicit. Congress was right when they refused to pass the Employee Free Choice Act. However, the NLRB and DOL are essentially leaving Congress and the American people out of the loop and taking employees' ability to make informed decisions out of their hands as well. Without every able-bodied American working that is able to work, we cannot recover from our debt. In order for everyone to have a job, we must have a community that believes that everyone should be paid based on their merit. That's why we are a free society. Unions had their place decades ago to make for better working environments for employees. Times have changed, and unyielding power is not the answer. So if we want to get this country rolling and out of our trillions and trillions of dollars of deficit, everyone needs to work and be paid for the work they do at the level they perform. Thank you, and I really appreciate your time to let America's voices be heard, for this is truly a great nation. Let's get the ball rolling and get on the right direction. Thank you.